What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we're going to be talking about 10 of the best free cards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM, lads. Before we get on, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We upload MyTEAM content every single day on this channel. And if you enjoy MyTEAM content, you may or may not enjoy the DBG MyTEAM channel. If you don't, hey, maybe you can hate watch. Either way, yeah, so we're going to be looking at the best free cards in this game right here. And the first card, we're not doing this in any order. The first card that I would say is the best free card in the game right now. Heck, I think you can maybe argue that is the best card in the game right now. Level up Kyle Corver. Kyle Corver, if you get someone to boost with you, Kyle Corver is about 2.5 hours, 3 hours. If you try to do it normally, it's between, if you come up against guys that are going to paint sit on you, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. But at the same time, I do think that it's probably about 6 hours for most people to get Corver. If you do happen to come up against somebody who's doing the challenges as well, though, you can get it done way quicker than 6. 3 hours might even be like a over-exaggeration for the amount of time it could take. But, yeah, so Corver is the best shooter in the game. I think might be the best card in the game. Just the way Corver shoots, the way Corver moves, everything about Corver and his defense with the Evo, that's not even that bad an Evo. For me, Kyle Corver is, without question, and I mean it without question, the best free card right now in my team. And obviously there are a few other cards that might come close, but I think Corver is number 1. Another player I'm going to put in the top 10 is Alex English. Alex English is one that he does get way better with the Evo. With the Evo, he becomes Carmelo Anthony. He basically becomes Carmelo. He becomes a better shooter, gets more shooting badges. He's a 6'7" guard. He's good defensively, very fast, nice mid-range shot as well. Mellow release on normal, which feels the exact same as quick. His Hall of Fames go up quite a lot. I think he might go up to, I'm trying to think of how many Hoffs he goes up to. I need to check this right now. Because obviously Corver did come out yesterday. Or not Corver, these guys did come out yesterday. He goes to 11 Hall of Fames, which is huge, as well as getting 36 gold. So he just gets 8 extra badges. A lot of the shooting badges go to gold as well. So Alex English becomes one of the best 2 guards in the entire game. And again, he is free. And the last player from the level up set that I would put in the top 10, I don't know how I feel, or in the 10, I don't know how I feel about Germain O'Neal. Honestly, you could put all 5 of these guys if you like these specific cards, but I'm going to go CJ McCollum. He's already an offensive beast. He becomes somewhat passable on defense with the Evo. And again, the time it takes to get these cards is, well, yeah, it takes 6 hours to get Corver. On the way to getting Corver, you get arguably 3 other players in this. And obviously, Germain O'Neal, he's somebody that if he had a better release and better dribble style, he'd be ridiculous because they give him like 86 ball handle every year. His stats all around are very, very solid. He goes up to 18 Hall of Fames as well, which is kind of wild. He becomes a defensive beast with the Evo. And if you can somehow get used to that release, I do think you can maybe make the argument that this is one of the best free cards in my team. I don't think he is, but I think you can definitely make that argument. After that, we're going to go to the 23-24 NBA season, and we're going to look at the 2K numbers, and we're looking at Joel Embiid. To get Joel Embiid, you can get Joel Embiid in 15 minutes. 70 points. You just need anyone that can hit a consistent jump shot. Play it on the 4-minute challenges and semi-pro. I did it with Brandon Jennings on one of my accounts, and it took me like 16, 17 minutes. I did it with Corver, not even the good Corver, with Ruby Kyle Corver. And it, like, it's so quick. It's so quick. But, so anyway, yeah. Let's take a look at, let's take a look at his stats. So he's got a 93 ball. I think Embiid might be the most slept on player in the game. One of the best power forwards in the game. I didn't like Embiid initially because I didn't like that release. But it's one of those cards where it's like, the more you use the release, the more you're like, okay, yeah, I can get this down. Because it's not a slow release. And now for me, Embiid is like one of the guys that is pushing to take Wemby out of my team. Like, that's how high I am on Joel Embiid. Like, what a card. Another one of these cards being free is Luka Doncic. I have him on another account. You'll see that video Friday. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, you'll see the video where I had you'll see the video Friday for where I have Luka, and he takes about an hour or so to get, maybe less. Really, really easy to get. I will get him at some stage. But 97 3 ball, 80 driving dunk is not bad at all. His offensive stats are really good. The problem is his lack of defensive badges. Look, you can hide him. If you're crazy enough to match him up to the other team's main scorer, you're going to get cooked. And he's not going to give you enough on offense on the other end to make up for getting cooked by your opponent's team. But at the end of the day, I do think that Luka is a very solid free card, especially for an hour. Do I wish it was Cat or Booker? Yes. But at the same time, it is what it is. He's well, just a pretty decent card. Then we are going to look at Season 4 rewards. And we're going to be looking at some of the game rewards. So cards that I'm not the biggest fan of is Michael Red. He's nowhere close to making this list. But we're going to first of all look at the reward for My Team Unlimited, Thurl Bailey, who you can argue might be the best free card that has come this season. I don't think it is. I think it's still Embiid. But you can definitely argue Thurl, or you can argue him second best. Corver's number one. But he's a 6'11 small forward who's all around good. He's not even an all-around mid-man. He's just a better version of the Gauntlet Lamar Odom from last season. He has no flaws. 16 Hall of Fames. He'll shoot the ball well. He'll play elite defense. He's huge. He can play power forward. He can play small forward. Thurl Bailey is almost a flawless card. A guy that will fit into almost any team. If you really want to run Thurl Bailey, you can. Like, I'm, again, maybe not the highest on Thurl. I don't think he's anything spectacular. But if you want to run Thurl Bailey, like, you can. Because while he's not spectacular, he has no flaws. He's just all around good. So, yeah, that is the biggest. That's the biggest thing, because you're like, some people like a card that's a jack of all trades that won't put a foot wrong, and that's what he's going to do. And opposite to that is a Chris Mullin who's going to shoot the ball real well. To get Chris Mullin, you need to win 50 games of clutch time online. I want to see how far I am from getting Chris Mullin. I don't know. I don't think I'm particularly close. That is not where I'm meant to be. I don't think I'm particularly close to getting where's a clutch time online? So I've gone 14 games, so I need 16 more games to get Chris Mullin. I need 16 more unlimited games as well. But so not 16, 26 more games to get Chris Mullin. I will get Chris Mullin eventually. Whether I get Thurl or not is a different question. But yeah, so when it comes to Chris Mullin, he's an elite shooter. His release is really nice. His dunking's pretty good. His handling's pretty good. His defense is good. He can be used as just a 3-and-D cone, but he's also an unbelievable shooter. I wouldn't necessarily say he's the best defender, but look, he'll do the job on that end of the floor. He is that level of player. Then we have got the one of the most slept on cards. It is the Gauntlet Roy Hibbert. The Gauntlet Roy Hibbert does his job. He sets big ass screens, he gets boards, he blocks shots, and he'll play defense. He's a good perimeter defender. He will get a rebound with the best of them, and he will be physically dominant. So what Joel Embiid can do is something that not a lot of guys, Joel Embiid, what Roy Hibbert can do is something that not a lot of other guys do in the game, and it's just be a physically dominant presence on the inside. Like, he feels so much bigger than a David Robinson, and he bullies Wemby. Like, look, I think Wemby's the most overrated player in this entire game. Maybe second most after Diamond LeBron. But Roy Hibbert is a guy that, would I rather use Roy Hibbert over Wemby? No. But every time I know when I use Wemby and I come up against Roy Hibbert kills him. He's like a much better Shaquille O'Neal. And for me, he's an elite free card. But the best free card came out on January the 1st. I don't even know what set he is in. I genuinely do not know what set he's in. Is he Season 4 rewards? Or is he Season 3 rewards? Because he's Season 3. Maybe Season 3 rewards. But he's a lifetime agenda, Chet Holmgren. Chet is the best free card in my team, not named Kyle Corver. The guy is 7'1", shoots the lights out, arguably the best power forward in the game. Effectively flawless other than his strength. But his strength isn't even the worst thing in the world. Like, it's not like 68. It's terrible, but at the same time, like, it's not like it makes that big a difference. Chet Holmgren is one of the best power forwards in the game. You can argue that he's one of the best centers in the game if you're coming up against a Wemby because he picks and pops better than a Wemby. Chet, unbelievable for free. Go and get him.